Your abilities will be exposed, and the man's plan to survive and become stronger will be ruined. But just then, the ground began to tremble, accompanied by the roar of a giant beast. They then saw a strange beast appear before them. It was a giant mutant rat. The giant mutant rat opened its mouth wide and bit off half of the woman's body. She then grabbed the man's dagger as if it were a snack. Without a word, the man rushed towards Han Han, picked her up, and ran desperately. Fortunately, not long after they started running, a cyborg flew down from the sky. She flew straight towards the giant creature, stopping above its head. She then raised her right hand and began charging her weapon. After charging, he aimed the cannon at the giant creature and fired tranquilizer shells. The creature was hit hard and soon felt dizzy. At that moment, the female cyborg ended its life with one strike. Back home, the man analyzed the battle. He thought the female cyborg's level wasn't very high since she used tranquilizer shells to weaken the creature before fighting it closely for 7 minutes to finish it. However, the creature was tough to handle, as once mature, its level could reach ordinary level 5, comparable to over 3 biological beings. Luckily, a cyborg arrived yesterday, helping them escape disaster. Yet personal strength is key. Afterward, the man started tougher training, boosting his vitality by 2 with weighted squats, leg muscle strength by 2, and squat skill by 1. Soon, he and his childhood friend celebrated their 9th birthday, making wishes and exchanging gifts. He gave Han Han a wooden hairpin, which he had carved overnight using his talent. Time flew, and they graduated from elementary school. By then, he had earned the title, Elementary School Leader, and was close to earning the Junior Overlord title, which would boost his biological traits and let him dominate the weak. During the vacation before middle school, to quickly earn titles and boost strength, the man committed to intense daily training. The system notified him he completed 1,000 weighted push-ups, boosting vitality by 2,000, arm and chest muscle strength by 2,000 each, and push-up skill by 1,000. Finally, the day before school began, his biological level broke through to the ordinary 3rd tier, with all physical attributes significantly improved. Meanwhile, he watched the prodigy from Kyoto, who, at just 14, could lift 2,000 kilograms of alloy with one hand. The genetic enhancement of Zhu Liyi can increase one's strength by at least 4 to 8 times. Even if calculated at 4 times, its actual strength is just lifting 400 kilograms with one hand, which means he is still stronger in comparison. Thinking of this, the man began to look forward to the potential improvements if he were to undergo genetic fusion in the future. Shortly after, the man's junior high school journey officially began. Since he was a top student in the city during his elementary school years, principals from the city's top schools all tried to recruit him. In the end, he accepted the invitation from Shanghai Middle School, on the condition that Shen Qinghan could continue attending the same school with him. During the new student orientation, the principal and homeroom teacher welcomed him, urging him to bring more honors to the school. After some polite exchanges, he found an excuse to leave. He slipped away because Shanghai Middle School had great sports facilities, and he and Han Han had planned to play badminton. But soon after they began, some uninvited guests showed up. An upperclassman said, "You guys are new, right? This court is for us upperclassmen." 2 others were even more inappropriate, teasing Han Han. At that moment, the man's face darkened. "Hey, back off. First come, first served, right?" The seniors arrogantly said, "Who made that rule? Even if the king came, this place is ours." The man said nothing more, tossed his racket, and the shuttlecock flew so fast it made a noise, piercing the senior's racket and hat. The 3 were instantly scared. Too fast? Is he even human? Could he be a gene fusioner? It's impossible for someone so young. If that shot had missed, the boss might have been hit in the head. They quickly lined up, bowed, and said, "Boss, I was wrong," before running off. After this, maybe the news spread, and no one bullied them again. The man had finished the middle school curriculum, so in classes, he mostly read extracurricular books he liked and exercised in the evenings. After workouts, he learned new skills online. With Celestial Assembly's support, he explored photography, cooking, driving, swimming, wilderness survival, and sports skills. To quickly earn the Junior High School Overlord title, he ranked first in all school subjects and helped the school in national junior high competitions, earning elite bronze medals in math, physics, chemistry, and programming. He didn't take first in everything to avoid too much attention. A semester passed quickly. Unexpectedly, he still didn't get the title, but his outstanding performance earned him many admirers. However, he didn't focus on this. Besides helping Shen Qinghan with tutoring, he concentrated on the upcoming school sports meet, believing that dominating it could earn him the Junior High School Overlord title. In this meet, he only joined shot put, high jump, and sprinting. These events represent strength, jumping ability, and speed. If he dominates these 3, it would show all-around sports dominance. Although he held back a bit to avoid being too conspicuous, winning first place was still quite easy for him. Just as he collected all the medals, he suddenly felt a surge of power within him. His academic and athletic achievements overshadowed the entire school, leaving all the students in awe. He successfully unlocked the titles, Junior School Overlord, Kindergarten King, and Elementary School Leader. With all these titles unlocked, he dominated the 9-year compulsory education, and acquired the biological attribute, Survival of the Fittest. The Survival of the Fittest effect suggests your life essence surpasses all, letting you absorb other creatures' life essence to evolve. As the man leaves school, he wonders about life essence. Suddenly, he gains insight, and asks Han Han if he can borrow his beast tooth. Han Han hands it over, and the system prompt indicates a trace of the abyssal giant butterfly's life essence is absorbed, unlocking 1% of its coloring book. When the progress bar hits 100%, some attributes or skills of the exotic beast can evolve. It can evolve some traits or skills of the mythical beast. After getting home, the man searched for info on the abyssal giant butterfly, but found nothing. It seems understanding this beast will rely on him. He then took another beast tooth from his backpack and used it again. His abyssal giant butterfly coloring rose to 2%, just 2%. It seems the life essence in the beast bone is low, and he'll need another way to fully unlock it. Later, to boost his training, the man began cycling with his childhood friend to and from school daily. At that moment, Mr. Bo from the school's martial arts team stopped him. The martial arts teacher had noticed the man's great performance at the school sports meet and wanted him to join the martial arts team. Without letting the man refuse, the teacher walked away. After getting home, the man killed a mosquito and realized that weak creatures like mosquitoes or cockroaches couldn't trigger the survival of the fittest. Only strong exotic beasts had enough life essence to be absorbed. To test this, the man decided to visit a supermarket selling lean meat. Seeing the lean meat counter, he eagerly rushed over. Nervously, he reached for the lean meat, and as he touched it, vibrant life essence surged into his body. He clenched his fist excitedly, confirming his suspicion. But Han Han looked at him like he was crazy, her face pale with fear. "Does the lean meat feel different from regular meat, Zichen?" she asked. He didn't explain, just waved his hand, saying it didn't feel different, just fresher. "Want to touch it too?" he asked. Han Han quickly shook her head, saying, No, it's fine if you do." He then said, "Since we're here, let's get some lean meat to try at home. These packaged ones are great for touching while pretending to buy." Since exotic beast meat is pricey, the man picks the cheapest, Ghost Shadow No Thief. Han Han was concerned and said, "Zichen, this is too costly. Maybe we should ask Jinny before deciding." The man patted her head and said, "I've already talked to Mom. She even suggested buying more, so your family can try it too." Actually, he had another reason for buying the meat. He worried that absorbing the life essence might spoil it, so he wanted to check. Scanning the payment, it totaled £3, costing him $29.94 when he left with the lean meat, feeling a pang of heartache at the cost. After purchasing the lean meat, it was past 9, so they went home. On the way, the man couldn't resist trying it. When he touched the ghostly squid's flesh, a system prompt sounded. "You've absorbed a trace of the ghostly squid's life essence. Ghostly squid illustration, 0.1%. Based on his calculations, consuming 1 or 2 ounces of the squid's life essence unlocked just 0.1% of the illustration. At this rate, he'd need £100 to reach 100%. Calculating at £9.90 for £8, it would cost at least 100,000. The ghostly squid's ability to dissolve and vanish in water is worth the 100,000 investment if he can acquire it. Moreover, this is the cheapest lean meat available, so he should consider how to make money next. Then he looked at the lean meat. Quite some time had passed, and it still hadn't spoiled. It seems absorbing the life essence doesn't harm the meat quality. So, he boldly absorbed the ghostly squid's life essence, and in a moment, the progress increased to 3%. However, due to his distraction, he almost collided. As the man apologized to the passerby, Han Han suddenly pointed, "Xiao Chen, look, it's Teacher Strawberry. He's been taken hostage by a bad guy. Police are trying to persuade him. You're surrounded. Please calmly drop your weapon." The captain told the officer beside him, "Bing, don't shoot recklessly. We're too close, and it could hurt the hostage." Just then, the man picked up a stone, and it flew past Bing's ear, hitting the criminal's hand holding a knife. The officer seized the chance to rush in and subdue the criminal. The man signaled Han Han to quietly leave. Just then, the captain yelled, "Stop, student! Did you throw the stone?" The man quickly denied, "No, it wasn't me." He pulled Han Han, trying to leave fast. Unexpectedly, the captain said, "There's a reward for bravery." Hearing reward, the man stopped and ran back quickly. He scratched his head, admitting, "I remember now, I threw the stone." The captain, speechless, told him to come back to make a statement and helped him apply for the reward. As he and Han Han were about to head to the station for a statement, something unexpected happened. The criminal's body mutated into a giant rat. "Oh no, he's a cultist. He's showing mutation symptoms, turning into a giant rat." The rat knocked down a female officer, and the captain quickly called for backup, contacting headquarters. "There's a giant creature at Jiangbei West Road Park, likely a cultist fused with Rat King genes. We can't handle it and need reinforcements." Meanwhile, the officers had drawn their guns and started firing at the creature. The man, holding onto Teacher Strawberry and Han Han, took off running. Just as he got a short distance away, a cyborg flew overhead, causing the man to stop immediately. He watched as the female cyborg kicked the creature in the face, knocking it back several meters. Then the cyborg opened the armor on her chest, and 2 purple lasers shot out. As soon as the laser hit, the flesh of the creature began to dissolve, eventually turning to ashes. The man was stunned. Is this the true power of a cyborg? So strong. Afterward, the man pushed the cart to leave, but he unexpectedly discovered that the piece of lean meat, which had absorbed the life essence, had deteriorated. It seems that after absorbing the life essence, meat can spoil, even with just rocks around. To explain, he needed an excuse and blamed the cultist. Annoyed, he threw the spoiled meat on the ground, saying it was the cultist's fault for attacking the cyborg so fiercely, burning the meat. Silly Han Han comforted him. "It's okay, Xiao Chen, we're safe, and that's a blessing." They planned to go home, but at the captain's request, they got into the police car for a statement, not expecting the cultist's body to be in the car too. Although only a pile of charred remains was left, the smell was still very pungent. At that moment, the man suddenly had a flash of inspiration. Right, there was still some life essence left in the beast's tooth before, so could there also be some in the corpse? Could he possibly absorb the genes of the Rat King's corpse? With this thought, the man began to reach towards the corpse. Just as he touched the ashes, a system prompt sounded. "You have absorbed a trace of the Giant Art's life essence. Giant Art album unlocked 5%. The man was shocked. So much it seems that freshness and absorbable life essence are directly proportional. Shortly after, the man arrived at the security team's office, and the captain told him, I've already applied for your bravery award, but please tell me truthfully, from such a distance and in such dim light, how did you, a middle school student, manage to hit the heretic's hand with a stone? The man explained. Perhaps it's because I often exercise my right hand. The captain fell into a deep silence upon hearing this. Just then, the door was pushed open, and Han came in with the man's mother. She hugged him tightly. Xiao Chen, are you okay? You scared me to death. The man quickly reassured her. Mom, don't get worked up. I'm perfectly fine, aren't I? I also received the bravery award. However, my mom grabbed my hand. Xiao Chen promised his mom that next time he encounters danger, he will first find a safe place because she just wants to see him grow up safely. The man took his mother's hand and left, saying, Mom, don't worry, I promise I will protect myself first. As he walked out of the security office, he overheard the officers discussing how the rat god cult is becoming more blatant, now infiltrating colleges, mainly targeting students who can't formally qualify for gene fusion. Tonight, the person shot was Guang Yanda, captivated by the Shu cult. Cultured students are annoying, we must eliminate the rat god cult, but that only tackles symptoms, not the root. We still need to take down the self-proclaimed god, the Rat King. As the man walked, he used his phone to search info on the rat god cult. Their HQ is in Shanghai, and most members are societal outcasts. Moreover, their activities have increased this year. Suddenly, the man had a theory. The Rat King wants to evolve into a higher being, which is why it has its followers gathering a large amount of evolutionary resources for it. Could it be that the Rat King has already evolved into a reishi mushroom? As he walked down the street, the man saw a rat larger than a cat. Could this link to the Rat King? He shook his head, thinking in the south, big rats are normal. Then he noticed Han was unusually quiet. Could it be that situation again? Whenever Han was nervous or surprised, he couldn't hold it in, like when he was a kid. Yet the man felt Han's condition might be tied to some unknown potential. Meanwhile, the security captain was still wondering how a middle schooler could throw a stone with such force. Then, he heard a rat squeal. Following the sound, he saw an enormous rat, larger than a cat, rushing toward him. The captain fired swiftly, and soon the commotion ceased. The following day, he attended class as usual. During the lesson, he pondered how weak he was compared to the rat man and female cyborg from the previous night. He needed funds swiftly to unlock the ghostly squid. Depending on school competition, scholarships was too slow. He considered becoming an internet celebrity, or live streaming tutorials for quick money, but dismissed the idea. No, even if it brings quick money, it's too flashy. I'm thinking wrong. In a world of gene fuses and cyborgs, martial arts is clearly more valuable than writing articles. Plus, martial arts competition prize money is much higher than academic contests. It's time to act. At the gym, the martial arts teacher was drinking water. The man greeted him. Hi Mr. Guo. The teacher looked excited. Zichen, do you want to join, or learn more about the martial arts team first? The man asked quietly. I want to learn more. After joining the martial arts team, is there a chance to enter the city's martial arts competition? Is the prize money good? The martial arts teacher replied proudly. Yes, there's a chance, and the prize money isn't small. Each award is worth thousands. Hearing this, the man grabbed Mr. Guo's hand, saying, Teacher, please let me join the martial arts team. Then the teacher called over all the team members, and they introduced themselves briefly. The man greeted them too, since he hadn't practiced martial arts before. Mr. Guo demonstrated some boxing and kicking techniques for him. After finishing a set, the martial arts teacher wiped his sweat and said, Don't be fooled by the simple moves. They're actually quite tough. The fastest learner, Xiao Li, took a week to master them. The man started practicing. With his natural talent, the moves the martial arts teacher showed were already in his mind. He easily copied the teacher's boxing techniques. The system prompted, practicing boxing, humor up by 1, hand muscle strength up by 1, hand flexibility up by 1, boxing skill up by 1. Next, he practiced leg techniques, practicing leg techniques, vitality up by 1, leg muscle strength up by 1, leg flexibility up by 1, leg skill up by 1. The martial arts teacher was amazed. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. The teammates were shocked. How could someone learn just by watching once? The martial arts teacher looked at the man excitedly, sure he was a rare martial arts prodigy. That night, the man's mother called him for dinner. He rushed over with his bowl and asked, What's for dinner? With a proud look, his mother replied, It's the ghostly squid you've been craving. A dish full of color, aroma, and flavor was served. The man sniffed and exclaimed, This smells amazing. Without hesitation, he took a bite, and a system prompt appeared. You've absorbed a trace of the ghostly squid's life essence. Ghostly squid compendium, unlocked 3.01%. The man was amazed, realizing he could absorb by eating. If he had known, he wouldn't have needed to touch it. Just then, the TV showed a story about a prodigious girl who amazed the nation by merging with the Energy Star at 14, becoming the youngest cyborg ever. When activated, she can lift a 2,000 kilogram off-road vehicle with one hand, sprint 100 meters in 3 seconds, and jump 8 meters high. The man thought about the prodigy from Kyoto and the current genius girl, pondering the differences between gene fusers and cyborgs. Could it be stronger? Then came more heartbreaking news. Security Captain He Chunshan sadly died in his office at 11 p.m. last night. Surveillance showed he died from a giant art piece that infiltrated the security office. The man's face turned grim. Was it that giant rat from last night? He felt an urgent need to boost his strength. After intense training, his 100-meter sprint hit 4.61 seconds, his jump reached 5.51 meters, and he could lift about 1,000 kilograms with one hand. He didn't neglect his martial arts training either. Eager to boost his strength for the martial arts competition, the man planned to hit the gym the next morning to learn and practice new martial arts. Curious, Han tagged along. Suddenly, a senior approached. Zichen, haven't had breakfast. I brought fresh milk. The man with Han Han replied, "No need, but thanks for your kindness." The envious senior saw this thinking, "It's bad enough he took my championship at the school sports meet. Now you're even rejecting the gift from my goddess." So the sycophant senior stopped her and said, "Are you being polite? If you don't want it, just accept it and give it to someone else. Why hurt someone's feelings?" The man, speechless, replied, "Isn't that even more impolite?" The sycophant senior got angrier. "Then drink it. Not drinking is disrespectful, and being disrespectful is impolite." After saying this, the sycophant senior challenged the man. "Lin Zichen, do you dare to have a match with me? If I win, you have to drink all the milk." In a formal competitive setting, using the most primitive biological method, the system indicates that eliminating 1,000 different competitors accumulates rewards for biological attributes, survival of the fittest. The man smiled. Having waited so long, he finally reached the 4th achievement task. He arrived and looked at the senior with a bit more friendliness. "Alright, let's have a match." After class, they went to the gym, watched by teachers and students. A female classmate blushed and shouted, "Zichen Jr., I'll cheer for you." Even the senior who brought the milk took out her phone. "Zichen Jr., go for it. I'll take lots of good photos." The senior gritted his teeth, thinking, "Do they all think I'll lose? I just want to take advantage of this genius junior before he fully develops and beat him while I still can." A month had passed. "This kid's talent is incredible and growing fast. If I don't act now, I won't get to show off." The man said, "I need to get home for dinner. Can we hurry?" The teacher raised his hand. "Remember, friendship first, sparring second. Begin." The senior shouted, "Hold on, you've only been on the team a month. I've been here almost 2 years. To be fair, I'll let you have 3 moves first." Before he finished, the man rushed up and punched him. The senior was knocked down, foaming at the mouth, while Mr. Go stood there, stunned. The students were shocked. It was unbelievable. It ended just like that. Han Han waved, having beaten Zichen, and 2 senior girls excitedly said it was cool. A system notification sounded. "You've defeated a competitor, won favor with the opposite sex, and gained partner choice priority. You've eliminated 1% of competitors. Thinking about needing to eliminate 9999 more to unlock the natural selection attribute." The man turned to his senior brothers. "Why not use this chance for a sparring session?" The senior brothers, stirred by his words, quickly found excuses to slip away. At that moment, the previously defeated senior got up, unwilling to accept the result, and said, "If you sneak attack me again, I'll definitely beat your martial arts teacher. Zhang Kai, you must face the outcome of your bet. Whether Zichen's punch was luck or skill, let Shaoli confirm it." Then he asked Shaoli to spar with the man. Shaoli, about to sneak away, was startled and reluctantly stood before the man saying, "Brother, please don't hit my face, okay?" 10 minutes later, the floor was covered with the other senior brothers. To avoid being too overwhelming, the man deliberately exchanged moves before knocking them down. However, the system only recorded his defeat of Zhang Kai, and the elimination count didn't increase for the others. So, does this mean sparring doesn't count, and you must directly defeat them? At this moment, the martial arts teacher firmly patted the man's shoulder, saying, "Zichen, you truly are a genius. You've just joined the martial arts team. In just a month, you've become the team star. This year's district martial arts competition, we at Shanghai